So one thing I got to admit a little bit, I probably did screw myself up mentally over the last year with some things going on. A lot of it had to do with racing, how I prep for a race. Like before I go, like when I'm going to a race, I listen to music in the car. I get a song that I sort of sing to warm up like my throat a little bit, get it ready for like racing, and then I just get into like a race mode where I play certain songs to play with my emotions, I guess is what, well, there's no other easier way to put it than I put on songs to basically fuck my emotions up before a race. I'll listen to some, depending on the day, like if the race, some days I'll put on like some music, you know, that's like really sensitive, like that could like make you cry, like mushy or whatnot. So I get those emotions going, and those emotions going through my blood, and then I get some music that like just pumps me up and gets me going. So then I have like the adrenaline going. So there's like two forces to me, you know, like help get me ready for races. Like it goes through my body so I can run faster for like a shorter race, like a 5K, even at like a 10K. To me, it felt like it always helped, just getting that blood and like the adrenaline and like the different emotions going. And I noticed that by the end of the year, I felt really like screwed up because I did it so many times. I raced like 74, 75 times last year. And I probably did it like 60 times. So like every weekend or once or twice, I was really screwing with myself mentally. And I think it finally caught up to me, like sort of the middle of the year. And it just like continued to drag on. And like in the fall and stuff, like when I wasn't getting outside as much because of the weather, it was just really like draining on me a little bit. It sort of took its toll from like, you know, Thanksgiving on. Maybe even in like the last couple of days I started like finally recover after like COVID, that I was sleeping so much my body finally like recovered a little bit over Christmas. Not that I recommend ever doing it, but it was a little trick that I was doing just to get me for races. And I know when I didn't do it before, I didn't perform as well, so getting the adrenaline going through my body before race actually did help me. Whether a psychologist or a doctor would disagree, I would say it actually did help me, because otherwise I'd come out stale at the start. But like I would get like some songs would get me going so much, and like you could see like the hairs would like stand up. I'd get the goosebumps on my arms. That's when I knew like I was ready and I didn't have to do it anymore on the ride down. But yeah, I could just feel like the euphoria come over like my whole body once I did like the emotional thing and started getting like the adrenaline pumping. So yeah, if I added a little bit weird in like the fall, that's probably from it, because it definitely finally took its toll on me. I know it did it. I felt it did it. It drained me like mentally, physically, emotionally, just because I did it so much throughout the year. So that's sort of the reason why I'm not going to race as much anymore. But I needed to do that to get that edge, and I was willing to, I guess, wreck myself to get a little bit of advantage. Not that I care anymore, so that's why I'm not going to do it as much. But I did it today a little bit. I don't really feel it as now because I haven't done it as much, because I haven't even raced in the last 3 weeks. I don't want to say use it as a tip, because if you listen to music, you get pumped up and you get the adrenaline. You got to watch yourself, because you sort of have to know when to quit on your drive to a race, so you don't overuse your adrenaline. And then like as long as you know how to control it and use it, I guess. But I will say it does wear on you after a while, like again, mentally and physically. Probably does stuff to the organs. all kinds of shit as well. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that if I acted a little bit weird in the fall through like Christmas time, that was probably it, because I really felt the effects of it. And even like with my fall races, I was feeling it. The only race I really didn't feel it, and I was just in like a complete calmness, was Rocking the Knob. Before Rocking the Knob, I think I might have did it. Yeah, I definitely did it before Rocking the Knob, but I went to this like another state before Rocking the Knob. Like I was just like transcended, I guess. But any other race in the fall, like afterwards, I just felt like drained and mentally like didn't even enjoy racing anymore. And I really per se don't now enjoy racing or running as much. But I do have some goals I want to finish, so I got to keep doing what I've been doing and racing as much as I have been until I hit some of those goals. And that's why after this year, I'm slowing down, work on some other things and whatnot. Just thought I'd share that, because people see me out there running like so fast at times. Well, people consider I'm fast. I really don't. And like how I do things, and that's one of the things I do. But again, it wrecks you so much that you really shouldn't do it. And I like would discourage you to like listen to songs that like can make you cry or like get really emotional, or I don't know, like even some of the songs like Hillsong Worship, they weren't really necessarily emotional, but get you that like worshipy feeling. So I was trying to play with like so many different emotions at one time within like an hour. It just made like a shitstorm, I guess, and just wrecked me. But it worked. I can't wait to not do it anymore. But it's just something to be aware of, what I did to get where I had to go. If you have any questions, let me know.